Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you see me?
Oh, hi. So nice to meet you. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Like I've been following you guys for ages. So it's like, it's just so cool. Like I never get nervous to do this kind of stuff, but this whole day my heart's been like, oh my gosh. So,
Can
how
you
was
see
your
me?
day?
Am I too black or no?
No, you're fine. You're fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I got my earphones on, so
Oh, nice. You're looking good, by the way.
thank you, thank you. I've gone vegetarian.
Me too. I'm like full on vegan.
Yes, that's right.
Just this year. So that's how I thought to reach out to you, because I saw one of your stories and your friend must have written vegan on your story.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, it's a sign. I need to ask him to be on my podcast. So I thought it's like, so thank you so much for making time.
No, that's all right. Thank you for having me.
No, you're looking really good. So what we'll do is I'll record it. If my neighbor's dog barks or if my dad walks past, just ignore it. Honestly, my family's really, I still live with my parents, so it's like really annoying.
Oh yeah, same. My
yeah.
niece is trying to get into the kitchen now.
Yeah. Oh, do you need to sort some stuff out before we start?
No, I'm all right.
Okay, cool. So, you're okay with your questions?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I read them once, but I'll just like off
the
top of the head, like
just have fun with it. It's not serious. It'll be fine. Cool. Okay, should we start? Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'll just
hang on just a second. Go there, go inside. I'll be back. All right, sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, sorry, just hang on. Let me just have a drink of water, because like this is a wait, hang on. My friend wants you to give him a shout out. Yeah, Jonas.
Hey, what's up, Jonas?
Yeah. Okay. Well, after we haven't recorded, we haven't.
All right. Sorry, Jonas.
Okay. All right. Sweet. So, all right, we'll start. 3, 2, 1. Hold up. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Go. Okay. So, tana falava, malolo soifu, mawa malilangi mama, and bula vinaka, everyone. I'm so excited. I hardly do these stuff like ever since I started my brand agency, Saturday Fly. I've hardly been doing podcasts, but since I'm by myself every day, I have no friends. I thought I'd spark these up again, and I was so excited because I've got Cav here, and he was very lovely enough to give us his time. He's all the way in Australia. We're all the way in boring New Zealand, but I'm excited to have you. So Cav, thank you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Roq&Cav, or Cav short for Wlati. Fijian, born in Fiji, moved to Sydney, Australia in 1995, and I've been living here my whole life. Obviously, I'm one half of Roq&Cav, and just trying to put laughs and smiles in people's faces, on people's faces. Honestly, one video at a time.
you do a good job, because honestly I can sit there for hours just like scrolling on my phone laughing at I think my favorite one was the one with the snake. You know that one? You remember that one?
I think that was like
2, 3 years ago.
A couple of years ago.
And but it's the one where the Indian guys are chasing each other with the snake.
Yeah. I think so.
I love that one. That's like my favorite. But whereabouts in Fiji are you from?
So I'm from a small town, just about a 40-minute drive away from Suva, called Nosori.
Oh yeah, everyone knows Nos. That's where the airport is.
There you go. Yeah, because every time I tell people that, they're like, "Where's that?" Like, oh, it's near Suva. Oh, okay, sweet.
Oh, nice. Well, when we were staying in Suva, we stayed by Flagstaff.
Okay, yeah.
It's not too far from O'Reilly's, so we pretty much just walk.
Yeah, just around the corner.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. Yeah. I loved your guys' podcast you did, and we'll talk about that soon, but I loved your guys' podcast with your friends, the Village to the World podcast.
Yeah.
And you talked about going to O'Reilly's the night before a business trip. I had a similar experience to that, and it was just like the worst thing ever. But talk to us about that, because I'm so interested to hear more about that.
About the trip to Fiji. So we got given a
Hi, no, it's fine.
we got given so we got a call from Fiji Airways,
Yeah.
and they asked us to be to like help host their, I think it was their 35-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Or yeah, something like that. But we were there as well at the same time to launch the ad with Digicel
Yeah.
that we did.
Yeah.
So to me and Rock, it was like just a paid holiday, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we were just so like we were just so new to like to all this stuff. Like we didn't treat it as work,
Yeah.
you know. We just treat it as a holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, you know, and we were young too, like at the time. So like as soon as we got off the plane and we checked into our hotel, um, we just go, all right, let's go out, have one drink.
Yeah.
And then one drink turned into 3 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the very next morning, you know, the manager for breakfast show, or the girl that was taking care of us, she goes, oh yeah, I'm downstairs. We have to go now. So yeah, we rocked up to the breakfast show, still like drunk, hungover. And the girl was like, oh, you guys are so quiet. Little did she know we were still, you know, coming down from the night
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Did they give you feedback afterwards?
But yeah, not really, because they asked us at the start, you
Yeah.
know, like why we so quiet and that, and we didn't really want to, you know, sound unprofessional, but like when
You
we
were
started to get to know
unprofessional.
them off air, yeah,
Yeah.
then we told them, you know, we actually drank last night, we're pretty hungover,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, that explains it.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah. So they were cool, you know. It's a good learning process though.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. No, but I'm just wondering, did you start
Mm.
give you feedback? Like, we're never going to hire you guys again. You guys were too unprofessional, or were they like all good?
Nah, they were good. They were good. Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
they actually wanted to do some other stuff with us as well. So
Oh, that's
that was
good.
good.
You know, I don't know why. I mean, I don't think you guys were unprofessional because, like, I've been to Fiji many times, and it's like everyone's so kicked back there. So if you're not prepared, oh well. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot more kickback
Yeah,
than Samoa, in my opinion, which is
yeah,
where I'm
yeah, yeah,
from.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all it's really quiet. Really quiet. It's really laid back, you know.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Fiji time.
Fiji time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got some questions here. I wrote where you grew up. So you obviously grew up in Sydney. Talk about your
Mm.
family. So like, who's your favorite family member? I don't know. That's just random, but
Yeah. No. I guess my mom. You know.
yeah.
She's always been there for me. She's just like one of the family members you could, like, you know, you could go to whenever, you know, need advice and stuff like that. And yeah.
That's the worst question ever. I should have asked that. Favorite food?
No, that's all right. Favorite food, man. Just uh, Italian spaghetti bolognese.
Ah, me too. Yeah, I
I'm
really
sucker
like
for that. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Like when I first came to Australia, I hated pasta. Hated it. But like, you know, just used to eating, you know, curry chicken and all that, you know, like uh, pork, fish. But yeah, that's one of my favorite foods. Italian. I love it.
Yeah, same. I love that too. What do
Mm.
you do for fun?
For fun,
Hang
for
out
fun.
with
Oh man, just like to hang out with my mates. You know,
Yeah.
we just do anything random. Like um, it wasn't when we were young. Like we'd plan things out. Now is everyone's got their own lives. So whenever we got free time, we just like to plan random stuff and
Yeah.
just go out, like go to the beach or go jet skiing or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, cool. And who are your favorite sports players?
My favorite sports players. Well, my favorite sports players. I would say uh, in rugby. In rugby right now would probably be Semi Randrana. Just like watching him, and I guess Sonny Bill.
I'm
But
tr-
actually, I like boxing. Right, like the Mexican boxer Canelo Alvarez is one of my favorite boxers. Yeah, that's one of my like favorite sports, boxing. So I like to watch him every now and then.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah,
awesome. Now we've got quite a few little, quite a few young kids here in New Zealand that
yeah,
um,
yeah.
that are forever saying "Eshe lad." and I have no
Oh,
idea what it means. And like my friend's little brother uploaded, and I'm like, I'm probably the only person that doesn't. I'm just not cool enough to know what it means. But I'm just gonna ask you, as an Aussie, can you explain what eshe lad, what the fuck that means? Like, please explain.
all right. So Eshe is like it started off with it was like the inner city kids, like they used to dress up like they used to wear some expensive brands, but Eshe itself it means yes, but it's pig Latin. So
Oh,
what you do is you take the Y and put it at the back. Yeah, it's actually pronounced Esye, but
oh,
like through time people have been have changed it to Eshe. But yeah, like Eshe is like a slang for like it's like Fijian saying set
yeah, yeah, yeah.
after every yeah. So it's like all right, it's like all right, we're gonna go to the bottle shop. Oh yeah, Eshe, Eshe. You
Yeah.
know, oh yeah, 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 hey, like hey, like you know, do you want like to eat? Yeah, Eshe, Eshe,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah. And so do
yeah.
you
It's
use
like
it every
that.
day with do you use it every day with your friends?
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes just because like because we grew up in the West. I grew up around like the mid '90s, early 2000s, and a lot of the guys that were older than me, like I grew up listening to them talk. So it just kind of, you know what I mean? Like we
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just
yeah.
learn, yeah. So all my cousins used to talk like that back
Yeah.
in the days. So yeah, just but now it's like everyone's saying it. I mean,
Everyone's saying it. And even
it's like
here
a Sydney thing.
and even here in New Zealand, like everyone wants to look like the HP boys. Like everyone's got like the mullet with the like the shaved. It looks ridiculous. I don't know. Would you ever get?
Yeah,
Would you
I
get one?
was just, I was just talking to Rock about that last week. You know, like we were driving home, and I was like, since when did everybody start wearing TNs and, you know,
Yeah,
like talking pig Latin?
yeah,
And he
yeah,
was
yeah,
like, yeah, it's weird.
yeah. And even the shaved head style. You know, like the hairstyle, like the one where you know what I mean? Do you know that one?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and it's like, oh my god, I've seen there's kids here in New Zealand that have that, and
yeah. I
for me
didn't like.
it's ridiculous.
I knew New Zealand always like to rock the Dickies and
Yeah,
Chuck Taylors and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But then yeah, ever since this new drill this this new drill movement, everybody's like love wearing
Have,
Air
have,
Max.
have you been to New Zealand?
No, I haven't.
Oh my, I've never been to Sydney, which is weird. And I'm planning to move to Sydney like next year,
Really?
hopefully soon. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you come over, I'll show you around.
Oh, yes,
It's
please. Yeah. That'd be so cool. I've actually been job hunting. I've actually been looking for jobs actually. So I'll start applying soon. But I kind of want to change. And I've never had a desire to go to Australia until now.
yeah.
And I'd love to come to Sydney only because I've got family and friends there as well. So yeah. So that's the plan soon. So what was life like for you growing up as a Fijian in Sydney?
Yeah, it was different, you know. Where I grew up in here in Belmore. Um,
Is that ghetto?
nah, it's not ghetto, to be honest. Like
Lie, it is.
it's I want it to sound tough, so yeah, yeah, it is ghetto.
Yeah.
Like we say hardcore. No, it was actually all right. Like it's very multicultural where I grew up. Like I grew up a lot around a lot of Arabs and Greeks, you know, and like some Tongans and Samoans. So
It's
like,
Samoans. It's Samoans. You say
oh
Samoan.
yes, yeah, yeah. See, that's
Don't
how Aussie
disrespect. I know it's
Samoans.
disrespect Wednesday. I know it's disrespect Wednesday, but don't disrespect your pronunciation. Your pronunciation
Samoans.
of Samoan. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm changing. I don't know, like Samoans. Yeah, sorry,
yeah,
but yeah, like it was alright. Like the further west you move, the more Pacific Islanders
yeah.
there are. Like every part of Sydney has their own like kind of nationality that you know dominates that area. So, but here in Belmore, in the west, it's like a lot of it's just mixed. You know, you have Africans, Indians. Yeah, so it was good. Like you learn like you don't only have your culture, but you learn every other culture too. So it
Yeah,
helps when you grow up as well. Like
yeah.
you know,
Oh, nice. Nice.
yeah,
Okay, cool. So, because I think, because here in New Zealand, it's like really normal to see like Tongan, Samoan, Maori people. But it's very rare that it's hardly ever that we see Fijian people. Is it like that in Oz?
No, not really. Like over
There's quite a
here,
few of these?
yeah, there's quite a few of us. Like it's funny because a lot of Fijian there's been a lot of Fijians that have moved over to Australia like within the last like say 5 6 years.
Yeah.
And but the people that have like lived here for since the 90s, we all pretty much know each other.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? All the families, we like everybody knows each other. Like
How old are you?
I'm 31.
Oh, yeah.
32 this year.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so like we all see each other through like Fiji Day and stuff like that, and then like that's how you get introduced. Oh yeah, no, that's your cousin, that's your auntie from so and so. But yeah, like now lately it's just changing. Like there's a lot of new faces
Yeah, yeah.
around Sydney. Yeah.
I love your content. Like I said, I can scroll through your page for hours. You never follow me back, but that's okay. But where do you, even though I like all your stuff, I watch all your stories, but it's fine.
You know what? After this, I'll follow you.
Oh, yeah, I hope so. It'll really make my day. So where do you get your content from? Do people just like send you random videos, or do you like scroll for hours looking for disrespectful stuff to post?
On my personal one?
Yeah, yeah, on your personal one.
Oh yeah. Nah, this yeah, it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
Like man, I got a lot of time on my hands, so I'll just sit there for hours
Yeah.
and like just look at different memes, and like there's a whole community of like memes like pages.
Yeah.
So you just share this and that, but like you can't show everybody where you get your content from, or else they'll be doing exactly the same thing as you.
Yeah. No, but it's honestly one of the things that I look forward to, because I run my business by myself, and it's like, I'm not saying I don't have friends, but like, when the day's boring, you just like to whip out your phone and just.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Like, Wednesday is like the middle of the week, so I always like put it on a Wednesday, because Monday, Tuesday is a bit of a struggle at work, and then come Wednesday, you want that little release, and then after that, like it can carry you through till the weekend. So for me, it just helps people shorten the week a little bit.
That's cool. And it's cool. It's really cool. And I'm really glad. Like I saw that Disrespect Wednesday finished quite early today, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, oh, maybe he's preparing for tonight's podcast, hence why it finished quite early.
Actually, I was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I did it at about 12, and then after that I had to go to work. But I was doing it on the way. But then after that, I was reading the questions, and I was like, "Oh man, don't stuff up."
Oh, cool. I love that. So I've been following, again, like everyone's been following you guys. You guys are huge, especially in the Fijian community. My Fijian, I've got quite a few Fijian friends. They're gonna freak out when I say that when I tell them I've got Cav on the podcast. They're gonna be like, how'd you get him and stuff. But anyway, so I can see that you've lost a bit of weight, and I can see that you hit up the gym quite a bit. So I'm wondering, like, what inspired that change, and how did that come about? Because I think it's really cool. I think it's really
cool. Like I've been going to this my friend
gorilla training.
Gorillas.
I follow you, you follow me.
Gorillas, mate. My friend Hamilton Hughes, he was actually got me into training at first. We came back from Fiji, and he was like, oh, because he's a personal trainer, so he was like, oh, I'll train you every 12 o'clock midday. So yeah, just trained with him, and then it just kept going on from there. And
did he have to talk with you like, bro, you're fat? Did he just?
Nah. Oh, he kind of like he was kind of like, he didn't say I was fat. He just like sneak diss me.
You like you're a fat now.
Yeah. He was like sneak diss me. He give me a shirt. He goes, "Oh, can't fit. Time for a change."
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything, but yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
But, he just helped me out, like helped me change up, like just try to make training like a part of life. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I wasn't doing. I was just all I was doing every day was just work, come home, eat, sleep, and be just like a routine. Yeah. But once I just started training with him, it started to become part of life. Like even though I haven't like become as fit as him, like I just feel like every week I have to get at least like 2 or 3 sessions in just to, you know what I mean?
Hey.
No, a week.
Oh, I was gonna say like, oh.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. Now like since I've been going vegetarian, like I've been trying to
How did that come about? Because
just-
islanders as vegetarians, it's not common. Like,
yeah.
even with me, like
No, because
me all the time, I'm crazy.
yeah, hard. No, like around December I message Roq and I go, hey, you know, like for the first month of 2021, do you want to go vegetarian?
And he said
And he
no.
was like, yeah, sweet. No, he actually goes, oh, let's go vegan, which is even worse.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
and I was like,
It's
no,
just
no.
it's better. It's honestly, you'll feel really good afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm vegan.
but I like eggs. I like eggs.
Yeah, me too.
So
Yeah. Okay. Okay,
yeah.
back to you.
So I was like, no, we'll take baby steps first. We'll go vegetarian, and then after that, yeah.
Yeah.
So I go like, let's do it for a month, and he's like, yeah, sweet. So the first week was probably the toughest because on day one, my family, my in-laws cooked a massive barbecue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was so close to cracking, but I was like, oh, I don't know. So I just stuck with it, and yeah, this Sunday would be 1 month.
Oh, nice! Congratulations. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so that's so you just was like, were you just like sitting there one day and you're like, I'm gonna go let's go vegan, or did you watch like that documentary, that really popular one?
Nah, like I was just through the month of November and December, I just kind of realized how much like red meat and chicken and all that I was eating.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like what, like you could feel it too when you train. Like if you eat a lot of meat and stuff
Yeah.
like that, you just feel real heavy, you know, and sometimes you feel bloated and you know, you can't be bothered to do anything. But ever since I jumped on being vegetarian, like I feel less bloated, feel a little bit lighter. But yeah, I just actually started to train properly again, like from last week
Yeah.
to this week. Yeah.
Do your friends
But
mock you over it? Like, do they question it? Do people say,
every day,
yeah, I could imagine.
every day. they, with my mate on the weekend, went to swim at his pool. Then he goes, oh yeah, I booked lunch for us near the beach. So we went. We ended up at a Brazilian restaurant.
Yeah.
Halfway through eating, and they saw that I was just eating salad. My mate goes, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot you're vegetarian now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, so do you like meal prep? Because how accessible is vegetarian food? Like, you know, when you
Nah, I don't really meal prep. Like, to be honest, I just eat like I some like most of the time because I'm hardly at home. Like the only time I'm probably at home is like if I'm here like just resting, chilling out, whatever. But most of the time I'm always out, um, either doing work with Roq or just out with my mates. So I'll just get something like while I'm out, like you know, just coffee or salad or something like that. You know.
yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Like, no, I just thought you're
Yeah.
looking really good. So
Oh,
it's
thank you.
obviously it's quite noticeable. So it's good. I want to talk about Garbo life as a
Yeah.
Garbo. First of all,
Oh
I was
my
laughing at
God.
your accent. I find Australian accents so freaking hilarious. So I was cracking up at that. But I just thought it was really interesting. So what are the highlights of the job?
Man, the running. That's the like hot, oh my gosh. Like because when I went there, like because I wanted to become to be a garbo. So my cousin messaged me. He goes, "Oh look, the guy that my partner that I do the run with, he's going away for a week. Do you want to work for a week?" I go, "Yeah, sweet. I'm keen." So like you know, I went, bought hydrolytes, everything, like you know, prep myself, stretched before they came, and then yeah, the first the first I think 2 hours we were just doing like light bins, and in my head I was like, oh man, is this it? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Is that it? And then he goes, no, no. The boss
No,
goes, all
just
right.
wait. It's
Yeah,
just
he
like,
goes, all right. He goes, so this part is done. We got to move over to the next suburb.
yeah.
And then he goes, we got to do the green bins, which is like grass and you know what I mean? And like most of those bins had water in it. So far out for the next like 5-6 hours. I was just running up to the
Yeah,
truck,
yeah.
and then and on top of that, I was just getting like the sun was on my back, on my forehead.
Yeah, yeah.
So after the third day, I couldn't walk.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had to call in sick.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah, I had to call in sick. Like I couldn't walk. Like I called my my supervisor and I was like, "Hey man, I can't get out of bed and I'm sorry." He's like, "Oh," he goes,
Like
"Yeah, sweet. It's
useless.
all." Yeah, and he was pretty cool. He goes, "Oh, that's all right." Like so, most of the guys can't make it past day 2, so I was like, "Oh man, that's personal record for myself." Day
Yeah.
3.
Well, that's really cool. And I think that I
Mm,
feel like garbos, we don't call them garbos here. We just, what do we call them? Oh, well, I don't know what we call them. But
bin
I
collectors.
think they're, I think they do a really good service in the community. Like I always look forward to rubbish day. So, just
Yeah, like over here, I'm pretty sure here in Sydney, garbage collectors they make, I think they make more than school teachers.
how much do you make? No, I'm kidding. Don't answer that.
Yeah. uh, I make about 100,000 less.
Yeah, no. So is that your full-time job now? So or you doing like other work?
No, I work at ABC. So Rock
Yes,
and
yes.
I,
Yeah.
yeah, we do 2 times a week. We work at ABC. We have our own radio station. It's like a podcast. So we talk about everything sports in the Pacific. So we do that every 2 weeks, and then in April we have another project where we're a part of. It's kind of like a footy show. It's called That Pacific Show. So the host is Tiana Penetani and Dean Hallertau. So they're both. Tiana's a footy player, and
I
Dean
know.
Hallertau's
Yeah.
yeah, and Dean Hallertau's a former Kiwi and Canterbury Bulldogs player. So they'll be hosting the show, and myself and Rock will have like our own, like a 30 or 1 minute segment
Oh, nice.
in the show. Yeah, so got a few projects coming up, and that's pretty much it.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah.
Wrong.
What's your favorite pasta?
Oh,
Wow, that was a passionate look. That was like,
where do I start? Well, um, uh, what, like the dish or the actual pasta
Well,
itself?
any like if you were to go, if we were at an Italian restaurant right now, like what would you order?
Oh, arrabbiata, spaghetti arrabbiata, or bosquiola.
Okay, okay. I have no idea.
So,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
so a bosquiola is like it's got like mushroom, bacon, garlic. It's kind of like a fettuccine, but with garlic and that.
You must go to some really fancy ones because I just go to the cheap ones just down the road. Like,
Oh nah, this
like two pasta.
no, there's one just here in Belmore. It's really good. Like they have everything. You can have like you can have spaghetti bolognese and then have like a piece of veal, deep
Yeah.
fried veal on top of it.
Oh, okay.
Best.
Well, yeah. Just a random fact. I had deer in the weekend. So my best friend, we went to their family barbecue and they had their hunters and they're white, and
Oh
they
God.
served us deer. Have you tasted deer like venison?
Venison. I think I have.
Yeah.
I've tried it. It's a.
It's good, eh?
I think I tried it ages ago,
Yeah.
but yeah, I can't remember what it tastes like that. But I know I have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, um, yeah, I've had dingo though, like crocodile and kangaroo.
You haven't had crocodile. Stop lying.
Yeah, they have it here at the there's a restaurant at the Centre Point Tower, and they sell it like crocodile sausages.
Oh, I want to try that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not bad. It's
Okay.
not bad.
Okay, I'm looking forward to coming to Australia. Like I'm like my best friend. She's getting married tomorrow. Supposed to be there like today, but obviously with COVID and stuff, can't do much. Yeah, she always talks about like
Still,
she's always like I watch her Snapchat. She's like forever eating out, and like here in New Zealand we don't like it's not that exciting. You know what I mean?
yeah. Nah, here it's good. Like they always have different restaurants going. Like yeah, there's the Chinatown Spice Alley, and Newtown was, yeah, it's heaps of stuff to
Nice.
eat over here.
Awesome. Cool. So I love, like, again, so question number 7, I never, do you know what, this is how nervous I am. I never look at my questions ever in any podcast. Now I'm just like, oh my God, what if I ask you? So I loved your guys' podcast on Village to the World because you guys spoke about resilience and learning lessons.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to know what were some of your learning lessons from last year?
From last year, man, just to, I guess, like, just to use my talent, I guess, like, because as soon as the pandemic hit, I lost a lot of shifts at work.
Yeah, because
And
you work at the airport.
yeah, I was working at the airport, so I lost a lot of shifts. But yeah, and then after that, on one of the months where they gave me about a month or two off, I started filming with Roq for these little shows for ABC. So that happened, which was good. And then after that, we got let go from work. And once that happened, it kind of like it wasn't only for myself, but a lot of people like just kind of helped you, like it made me like I guess rely on your talent. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
yeah, it just gave me something to fall back on. Like I thought like it was like a blessing in disguise almost. Like if I hadn't got let go from work, I probably wouldn't be like doing podcasts or trying to pursue like a career in media. You know what I mean? I'd be more focused on just going to work and living paycheck to paycheck or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it was good. It was a good wake up call for myself. Like I guess it's time to actually start making moves.
Yeah.
Which
And
is
then also
it's
like,
good.
yeah, because I totally relate to that because I pursue my business full time now, and I did that last year, and I just have more time on my hands to like go to the gym,
That's it.
stuff like that. Yeah, and then just be at home, like clean the house, like just little things that like girl duties, of course. But yeah, just little things like that.
Yeah, makes you appreciate life a bit more. Like just all the little stuff that you take for granted. Like
Yeah.
Like even for myself, like I was missing Christmases and holidays and birthdays and stuff like that. And once we got let go from work, I was actually able to like enjoy time with the family. Like relax, or not worry about having lunch with my family, and then after that leaving to go to work. So that was pretty good. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. I mean that's cool as well. And like, you know what? Because I saw that you worked for Jetstar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, and like I've always said this because I fly to Christchurch is because you haven't been to New Zealand before. Christchurch is another city in the South Island, and like that's where I grew up. And like every time, and I go to Christchurch often, and I'm always like, no, I refuse to fly Jetstar. I'd rather swim to Christchurch than fly Jetstar. It's just the worst airline. I don't know.
I don't blame you.
Sorry to disrespect your previous employer.
Nah, don't worry. They let go of me. You can talk as bad as you want about him. I talk bad about him.
So I saw the strike that you guys had. What was that all about?
Oh my gosh, what a waste of time. So we were just striking over like better working conditions, like pay, to get better pay, and like just other stuff. Like half the people we were striking with didn't even know what we were striking for.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just a good chance to get on camera.
Yeah. Cool. So so one of the things that I do is I run a brand agency, and like I have goals of coming to Australia and like meeting some Pacific designers. I mean, that's just something that I have that I've got planned this year, hopefully. So I love discussing business ideas. So I'm interested to know. So if Cav, the one and only Cav, could come up with a game-changing business idea, what would it be?
Well, you know what? I actually thought all day about this question.
Oh, really? I love that. Some people don't even give a shit about my questions. They're just like, oh no, I didn't read it.
Because this question actually made me think. Like I was like, oh gosh.
Maybe I'm planting a seed.
I know. I think you are.
Yeah.
Because at the moment I have a business with my cousin back in Fiji. Like we grow kava.
Oh yeah.
So
what's it called?
um,
Roq&Cav? No.
nah, we just grew it ourselves on a farm. Yeah, so
Are you sure it's kava?
um,
Is it weed? No, I'm kidding.
uh, that's code for weed. So
Idea B.
I guess uh, open a cafe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
always wanted to open a cafe. Yeah, so
In Fiji?
yeah, in Fiji and over here, uh, kind of wanted to open up a gym in Fiji, which is like it could be like a reality soon, but a cafe as well would be good. You know, like I think in Fiji the only place where you can get coffee in Suva is Starbucks.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, actually it's Gloria Jean's.
Oh, yeah, just in Damora.
Yeah, Demota City. Yeah, so
You say it like a white person, Damora.
Demota City.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
Australianized. That's it. I'm not Fijian anymore. I'm
Yeah.
Australian, mate.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Demota City. Like when I was in Fiji, I had to go from Nosori all the way there just to get a coffee.
Mm,
So like, yeah, I think it'd be good to open one up in Nosori, maybe even the airport,
yeah. Yeah.
because I think it's getting it's they're extending the airport, so it'd be good to have one there. So yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, I'm getting nervous now.
Why?
I'm getting even more nervous because the reason why I went to Fiji so often was
Yeah.
because I was supposed to start a business there, and it was a cafe as well.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, and so that's why I've got, oh, we're in competition. So I
Yeah.
had
Let's see who gets to Fiji first, eh?
yeah. So I had a meeting at Coral Coast, just in Singasoka. So
yeah.
looking at spaces there, and so I booked my flight for April, and then my flight got cancelled. So then I had to hold off on all of those plans, and then yeah, I just started a business here in New Zealand. But that was my
Oh,
plan.
see, so you've already got a leg up on me. So
Yeah, I've got contacts. Okay, and they're all white.
wow.
I love Fiji, but the thing is like Fiji, in my opinion, is the best branded Pacific country. It's way better than Samoa in terms of branding. And
Okay.
because it's really famous, like no one knows Samoa. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you say Fiji water, pure Fiji or whatever,
Yeah.
people know where it is. That's
Yeah.
why I wanted to pursue that. And I was going to, but fucking COVID. But it's okay.
I know, right? How crazy
Yeah.
is that? My
Yeah.
dad's
But,
touring. He can't
but
come
my
back.
cafe is going to be better than yours because I've got the best name. I've got the best brand. I've got.
What's your name gonna be?
No, I'm not telling you. No way. My
Is it
cafe will
called
be really
Starbucks?
good. And I'm gonna have coffee as well. But I'm gonna have like fresh coffee. I'm gonna like utilize all the farmers. I've got it.
I
Yeah.
think I know what to call my cafe now.
What?
This isn't Tima's cafe. That's gonna be the.
No, what's your cafe? I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours. Go.
I don't know. I was just
Oh
gonna
yeah.
call it Cav.
Boring.
Cav and Co.
Boring.
Cav and Co.
No one wants to go there.
No, there's already a Cav and Co here in Australia, so I might just rip that.
No. But I think if you and I were to go in competition, like I think you would definitely like win the popular vote, but I would win the quality vote.
I doubt it because I'll probably be down a few dollars from all the locals.
Local rate.
Yeah, all the locals. Oh yeah, I'll pay you next week, next minute.
I owe you.
Next year.
I love that. Why a cafe? So is it just because you love coffee and coffee wasn't as accessible in Fiji, or
Yeah, like
hungry child?
No, because I'm pretty sure Fiji have their own coffee beans and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like coffee. If it wasn't a cafe, then it'd definitely be a gym. And I think one of the biggest things that one of the biggest projects that I probably wanted to do was open a massive gym in Osuri.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, because there's in Osuri, there's like there's a few villages that just surround that town. So like if you open something as big as that, as like say a high performance unit or something like that, you could get like help young athletes and that give them a push. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be good.
Is there a demand like for something like that in Nausori?
Yes, definitely.
Than you, Nausori.
Yeah, you sound more like a local than I do.
Yeah,
No,
you're a
no,
demand.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
There, yeah, there definitely is. There definitely is. Uh, like there used to be a gym there. Sorry, like, but now people are just using there's a school there called Lelin. I think that a lot of the local teams, if they want to use a gym, they'd go there to their gym.
mm,
But yeah, I guess if you have some place, it's not only for like for players, but it's just for people in general. For us as Pacific Islanders, I think like the biggest thing for us is obesity,
yeah,
high cholesterol, and all that. Like if
yeah.
you can introduce that, like a healthy lifestyle and stuff like that into our community, I think you're doing a
That's good.
positive
That's good.
job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I follow Vegan Fiji on Instagram.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
so
I forgot I followed them. It came up on my news feed. I was like, what the hell?
we get it. You're famous.
I just
uh,
wanted to put it out there. I was
yeah.
waiting for you to tell you.
Cool, cool. But yeah, no, I hope you pursue your cafe. I mean, I'm down for competition. What?
Re-
Okay.
Competition,
No, but
really?
I think you'd win the popular vote. But anyway,
No, no
so
way.
no, yeah, I reckon you would. So who are your support people when life gets tough? You married, you have kids, do you go to your parents? Like, who are your support people?
Definitely my mum.
Yeah,
So yeah, like I guess yeah, like us the Pacific Islander men, it's kind of like it's tough for us to talk to our fathers about sensitive topics.
yeah,
So like for me, I always go to my mom, and she's like really I guess she's like because she's very strong in her Christian belief.
yeah,
So she's always there, like give me a Bible verse, pray for me, or whatever,
yeah.
stuff like that. So yeah, she's really important part of my life.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I noticed that with Islanders, like being an Islander myself. Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah,
Um,
I guess masculine. I think masculinity plays like a big role. Like you're like especially for us, like we grow up like to hide our emotions. You know what I mean? Like sharing your emotions like pretty much means like you're kind of weak. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
um, and I guess that's why there's so much like kids with depression and stuff like that. So because they're too afraid to share what's going on in their lives. You know what I mean? So yeah,
I'm a strong believer in talking. Like, obviously, I love to meet like different people, and I like to do these podcasts just for fun,
yeah,
um, because I just think that when you're bottling up like so many emotions, it could really take a toll on your holistic health. And I was
yeah,
watching
that's
this,
true.
yeah, and I was watching this documentary called Heal on Netflix. I
Mm,
think that it's an Australian one, and they're talking about how trauma stores in the body, and like something is like if you're worrying for like years and years, it could take a toll on your lungs or your kidneys or your like bowel or
yeah,
whatever. Like your
yeah,
it really stores. And like I'm like I don't like wrinkles. Like I'm really big with skincare. Like they're just me. Like I make sure I
yeah,
take care of my skin and I do the whole skincare routine. I was watching your
yeah.
video the other day and I was like, man, I can't wait to be good friends with Cav so I could like show him some skincare routines.
Oh, please do. I'm struggling over here.
Yeah, like I just think you could like use some vitamin C serum or something, but we'll talk about that after another time.
Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm like that, and so that's why anytime I'm worrying, I like try to make sure that because I'm really close with my dad, talk to my dad, talk to like
Mm,
friends,
yeah.
pray, get it out of my system. How do you relieve stress?
Um, I train. Um, like I guess like a couple of weeks ago, a good friend of mine passed away.
Yeah, I'm
So
sorry to hear that.
yes,
Yeah,
thank you. But yeah, like he was a good friend of a few of us from that gorilla gym.
yeah,
So like a lot of us, we um, we were too. I guess we were too sad to go back to train,
mm,
just because that's where we all met in the
yeah,
gym. But we just all talked to each other and like like we need to train, and get all this I get all this like sadness and stuff out. That's it's one of the best ways to release I guess anger, stress, anxiety and stuff like that is just to train, and also to talk to people. Like like I said, with that part of the passing of our friend, we just all talk to each other on the group chat. We're like, oh, if you guys need anything, we're here.
Yeah.
You can, you can talk to us. Like it's funny how like we could be joking about some of the dumbest stuff, but then as soon as something happens that's that serious, like the boys, like they just flip the switch and everyone's just each other's support group. So yeah, that's a really good thing.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and that's cool. Like, I'd hate to be friends with really immature people who don't know when to draw the line. Like, if someone's going through something, like, really
Yeah,
seriously.
yeah, and I think that's like um that's one of the things about like some of us that grew up around here, around different like like around different backgrounds, like
Mm, mm.
Aussies and Lebanese and stuff. Like especially with the Arabs, they're very they're very family orientated and stuff like that. So like you go to their house and they teach you a different way on on how they run their house, and like you try to soak that up and you try to apply that to your life and your family. So like yeah, just like when our mate passed away, it was just really good, like for us, like Islander boys, just being behind each other, and they were just saying, I love you boys, if you
Yeah.
need anything, I'm always here.
Yeah.
And that's one of the great things. And then straight after that, we're back to joking around again.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
so
cool that you guys know, like,
yeah,
when to shoot the shit and when things are serious.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's good.
That's true. Yeah.
That's, I like that. And I think that's the most serious. Is it the most serious you've been to a stranger?
To a stranger, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, because
Well,
most
thank
of the
you.
time
Well,
I've
thank you
always,
for sharing. Thank you for sharing. I like that.
yeah.
Do you have any? I don't even want this podcast to end. I'm having so much fun talking to you. Do you have any inspirational advice or words of encouragement for fans or followers of yours? Oh no,
Yeah,
you're not for that famous. I'm gonna keep it. Let's keep you humble. Just followers.
it's my
Yeah.
light skin face. Um, no, just pursue what you love. Have no limitations on what you can do. Like I guess like don't lower yourself to the standard of the world. If
Yeah.
people are saying, oh yeah, you can't do that, like you are the author of your own book.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot from my personal experience, like just starting off this whole rock and cav movement, like um people like kind of laughed at me and Rock, and we got a little bit of like, oh, not a little bit, but a lot of criticism. But sometimes you just have to work past that, and
What
it
was
comes to
the criticism?
the criticism was just like
You guys are funny. Like, what's there to criticize?
no, like sometimes your own people like criticize you for like trying to mock um like um your own people,
But
you
it's
know.
a joke. You know.
That's what I mean, and like that's what we say like to people. We go like, you like you like to laugh at laughing Samoans because they talk about like they talk like freshy Samoans, but like when a Fijian does it, all of a sudden it's taboo. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But like there's got to be some transparency there. So
Yeah.
yeah, but like I said, like everything you do, there's always going to be people that's going to doubt you, that's going to talk bad about you, talk shit, and they won't believe in your grind, your hustle. But it's up to you. Like you could either let it be like a driving factor in your life, or you can let it like just sink you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's really up to how you interpret all this stuff. Like, but for me, I just like to use it as motivation. Like because if what we were doing was this easy, everybody would be doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, it goes for everything, like footy, school, entertainment. You know what I mean? You can't let anyone talk down on you. You know what I mean? You have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And like one thing I always saw from like Floyd Mayweather, the boxer,
Mm.
is that you know, he used to talk himself up a lot, you know, and then you know, he'd say like, you know, if I didn't believe in myself, then how can other people believe in me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it all starts with you. If you can believe in yourself, then other people will jump on your bandwagon.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's so good. Take a bow.
Oh my God.
I love that. That's so cool. Yeah, no, that's so true. Like, and I think the laughing someones, they get hate as well. Like,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
they get hate as well. Like,
Oh man, like
you know, the amount of people that have said to like have tweeted about Tofinga using the same jokes, which it's kind of true.
yeah.
But about that he's forever using recycled jokes and
It works. It works. You know.
yeah, but it's still
Everybody
funny.
loves it.
It's still
Yeah,
funny.
it's still funny. Everyone loves it.
Yeah.
But yeah. He like if you probably ask him, he'd be like, oh, I don't even care about those guys. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And he's the nicest guy ever as well. Like he's really humble,
yeah,
really
like
cool.
if you let like small talk like that get you down, then man, like that just how can you like be ready for like all the like the rest of the world, you know? If you're letting people from your own people
Yeah.
like get to you like that, then how will you react to criticism from like the world? You know what I mean? So
I
yeah.
can't believe I forgot to mention this. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. But I can't believe I forgot to congratulate you guys on the Goldberg video, which I'm not the biggest fan. Like it's not my favorite song, but I thought it was. But there was I was reading the YouTube comments, which were all positive, by the way. People were like, "Oh, it's hilarious," but apparently your Fijian rap didn't match with the lyrics.
Yeah. So
Can you not make up the? No, kidding. Go.
No, because our producer, his name's Danny.
Yeah, he's
Danny.
from New Zealand.
Yeah,
yeah,
he is the man. He's
yeah,
like, yeah, he's a really close friend of ours. So he was like, what happened was the government gave the arts industry like millions of dollars, and all different content creators got given 10,000 each.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but but ABC gave us 10,000. But with that 10,000, we had to come up with about 10 to 12 clips, which was a minute, 2 to 3 minutes long. Yeah.
So
but we ended up.
Sorry, can I just interrupt? So with that $10,000, how many people and what equipment were you like? You know that's peanuts.
That is peanuts. Like when we explain it to people like that, like they go, "Oh yeah, that's nothing." But we had to pay. Like obviously, Danny was the producer, and we both came up with the ideas, and then shooting, location, you know, all the little expenses plus extras.
Yeah.
And,
I know one of the extras, by the way.
Yeah, Lole.
Yeah. He's from so like I just know of him, like same community.
Yeah. Far out. That's crazy.
Small world.
Yeah, he's the man. Like he actually helped me with some of the stuff as well. Yeah, so yeah, that was good. But that Goldberg one, he just came out of nowhere. He because the whole drill thing was going off, you know, last year. So Danny was like, "Oh, how about if we do our own drill?" And then they go, "Yeah, why don't you do a Fijian one, like verse?"
Yeah.
So off the top of my head, I just said every like bullshit I could come up with that didn't, and then Danny was the one that wrote the caption.
Yeah, so like you know what got me was the Kyunga and his cousins. So Kyunga, you know that video. Yeah. That one I was just like, so I also stop sleeping with your cousins. I'm like, is that what we're known for now? Like, but yeah.
Like when we first watched it, I go, "Hey, we're gonna get bashed by every Samoan and talk."
Yeah, no, that was cool though. No,
but yeah, it was good fun. Yeah.
But with that video, like the first thing, like that's the first question everyone had when they watched that video. They were like, "What's Kyunga? Who's Kyunga? Who's this?" Yeah. So yeah, no, I don't blame you, but that was cool. That was really cool. So yeah, I love that video. I think it's not my favorite song. It's not something I'd like jam to every day.
I don't even listen to it.
Don't lie, you have it on repeat.
It's my alarm clock.
Yeah. Oh really? Like so I think it's really cool. I think it was really creative as well. So good on you guys. Yeah.
Hopefully part 2 will come out soon.
Yeah. I hope so as well. And maybe a different this time.
I have to start thinking about other Fijian words that I haven't said. Oh my God.
So you're just finding random words. It's not really a.
Yeah, like like if you ask any Fijian, like most of the stuff I say have nothing to do with like the sentence.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So it's just all like random words put together to make like a verse. So
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much.
yeah.
I've loved having you on the podcast. I obviously don't want to hang up because I'm having a good time talking to you. But okay, don't get, don't get excited now. But no, I'm really grateful that you gave us, well, gave me the time to do this, because obviously I am really random. I'm just a follower. I'm just a fan that lurks
Nah,
through
thank you.
your
Thank you
page.
for having me on. I really appreciate it.
No, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's it. Did you have anything else you'd like to add?
Nah, that was pretty much it. Yeah, thank you for allowing me to, talk.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really appreciate it. Like I thought it was a bit I thought it was you were jaying me up on Instagram, but and then I kept reading it and I was like, oh man, she's for real. I was like, oh.
What does G'ing me up mean? What does that mean?
Oh, I thought you were like uh leading me on, I guess.
Oh
Jaying up.
no, I've like had the biggest crush on you for ages. I'm like, this is like really cool. I was like, oh man, this is awesome. And like my friends were really excited for me to do this. So this is really cool.
Oh man,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So that's good. Obviously I'll let you go. What time is it here? I've got like a meeting in the morning. Do you have work tomorrow?
Yeah,
You still got
no.
sore legs.
Yeah, no. Thanks. I keep telling everyone I'm a garber, but I'm not a garber anymore. I'm
Oh,
just
so what do you do now?
well, I'm a bum technically.
No, you're not. You have got don't do that.
No, I just finished work now at from ABC, so my weekend kind of starts tomorrow. So I'm not back to work till next Monday.
Mm, okay. Well, let's
So
talk business ideas then tomorrow. That'll be cool. Yeah.
I'll probably go training.
Now I really want to share my idea, but then I don't, because then you'll steal it, and I don't trust you enough to because my idea is so good, my name is so good. It's just like when I got there and I told people the idea, they were just like, "Oh, this is so cool! Like, how did you come up with this?" And I was like,
Go, oh yeah, no, I got it off Cav.
No, you wish. Yeah,
Now
yeah.
that'll be good. I hope you do. I hope you do start it. I swear, I'll definitely support you.
Don't lie, honestly. Yeah, you will.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, they say.
Okay, bye. No, that's so cool. So you don't have much planned tomorrow?
Nah, probably just train and do a few things with my friends tomorrow, depending on the weather.
Mm.
And yeah, just
Yeah.
kick back. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Well, I hope one day you could be humble enough to follow me back. That'll be great.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm joking. Yeah,
No. Yeah.
but thank you so much for being on the podcast. I really appreciate it.
And thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No, that's cool. Yeah, that's it, really. So, oh yeah.
Followed her back.
Thank you so much. Look at all those follows. Look at all those follows you get, and you don't follow them back.
They know the deal.
Okay, thank you so much, Kev.
Yeah.
I really appreciate your time.
No
Can't thank you enough.
problem.
This is so
Have
cool.
a great week.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.